and welcome to your daily love reading for Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 3 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your special person, your journey. We're going to bring in the gorgeous Wings of Wisdom Oracle here. Going to bring in the Divine Love Oracle and the Bix Tarot. I love using the Bix Tarot in March because we're getting ready for Easter and it's got bunnies in it and it's really, really cute. And what I am connecting with today is fear is being released by both of you. So you'll be releasing fear around the when, the how, and how it's all going to happen, if it's all going to happen, and just having faith. And they are releasing the fear around approaching you, making changes in their life, and doing things in a different way than they've always done. Because being with you is risky. It's uncertain. And that's what holds them back and keeps them stuck in cycles of fear. Even though being with you is exciting and magical and everything they've ever wanted, it also is very scary too. So they have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that brings up fear. And that's where the journey is right now. There's a cycle shifting. So if you're having burps, if you keep burping, if you keep belching, it's the way the solar plexus is releasing fear. So if you're feeling okay, if you're feeling calm, it's their fear you're connecting with. So make sure you're breathing yourself back into the present moment to find that inner peace. So let's shuffle and see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? Jump straight out there. What's the energy coming in around them today? And what's the energy coming in around the journey? What's the energy around the journey today, please, angels? What do we need to know? So we've got one card there. What's the energy in the tarot for you? What's the energy for you? One card. Is that moving as well? Yeah, getting my attention. What's the energy around them today? They're asking you for patience today. Very powerful. What's the energy around the journey itself? I feel what's coming through there, I've just picked up on the tarot, is they're saying, I'm coming, but you must be patient with the when. Okay, because they've got to do it in their own time. Otherwise, they'll feel pressured, they'll feel stressed out, it won't flow right, So what's the energy around you today? What guidance is coming through from the angels for you? What's the guidance for you? What clear card? There it is. What's the guidance for them today? The guidance for them, I want a clear card. That's it, sticking out there. It's getting my attention. I feel both of them need to come out, actually. And what's the guidance for the journey today? What's the guidance for the journey today? Clear card. Again, I'm getting that energy coming through. That's the card of wanting to say something and then bottling it. So in other words, they may write a message, go to send it and then back out because they may think, oh no, it's not the right time, or I've worded it wrong, or they may be waiting for something to happen, maybe a sign or a synchronicity in some way. So I feel that they are preparing and ready and then they go into fear. So again, fear is what's being released. So the energy around you today, the message coming through is within 1 year. Wow, so you've got a timing. So for those of you who are in fear and you're worrying about the timing, it's on your mind, you're stressing about it. When are we going to be together? When is this going to move forward the way I want it to? When are we going to communicate? Or when are we going to actually be in a relationship? Or when are they going to release that karmic situation? Or when, whatever your question is, within 1 year. Now that doesn't mean it's going to take a year. A year is between now and next March. So it could happen any time. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It could happen next month. It could happen in January. It could happen in October. You've got to give it the when to God, because when you surrender the timing, the universe is able to deal with it. When you're trying to control things by saying it's got to happen by this date, or you're expecting things to happen in a certain way, it puts pressure on the connection itself, and that causes more delays, and that pushes out the timeline. So you've got a very clear message coming through within 1 year. Whatever you're asking about today, whatever you're in fear about, and I feel that's the big message, whatever you're in fear about, whatever is causing an issue within you, a fear-based energy within you, the answer to that question or that fear is within 1 year, which is a blessing, which makes a lot of sense anyway, because this is the year of karmic endings, with the wood snake shedding the skin and releasing everything that needs to go. And the year of the horse next year is the year of freedom. Freedom to be together, freedom, free of karmic situations, free of the past, free. So just be okay with the when, because they do want to open up their heart to you, and they are doing it the right way. Look at this, you've got two kings. You've got the King of Cups and you've got the King of Pentacles. And this is a very shuffled deck. So what you've got here is their energy around you saying, I do love you. I am in love with you. They want to open their heart the right way at the right time. And they're focused on doing it right. Why? Because you're this pot of gold. They see you as this treasure chest. They see you as someone jumping out of this treasure chest. You know, the end result, long game, end game, long term. They see you as where they're going to end up for the rest of their lives. So it's worth waiting or taking the time it takes to happen. Now, it's not about waiting. We think about waiting, what do we think about? Looking at the watch. When? You've got to move beyond the when and be okay with where you are. Really, timing is about acceptance. It's about being in the moment, being in the flow, allowing things to unfold, being at peace and finding that peace no matter what. So when the ego comes in and causes a problem and puts you into anxiety, you breathe yourself back into the now, because they see you as everything they want, their wish fulfillment. And you see them as that too. And they want to open up. And this is really you saying, I know that you love me. I know you do. I feel it. I know it in my heart and soul. And the block in my throat. But I want you to show me. They give me that block. It's like they took my breath away then. So you know that they love you, but they may not be speaking it. They may not be saying it. They may not be expressing it. So you're saying, I really want you to show me that you love me and tell me that you love me. I want you to express that you love me. I want you to make me feel loved. But remember, it's not their job to make you feel loved. It's your job. It's your job to fill up your own cup. It's your job to focus on gratitude and raise your vibration. It's your job to love yourself so much that you don't need them telling you they love you to feel good about it, because they already do love you. They already are part of you. And it's about you knowing that deep within. And it's about you knowing that they are focused on doing this right. And I know that you do know that, especially if they're dealing with things they've got to release. How Faith the wood snake knows what it's doing, that God is in charge. So within 1 year, they're going to open up to you and show you that you're their treasure, that they honour you and they respect you and love you and desire you, and that you're the one they want for the rest of their lives. And we've got, look at this, Canary, delight, joy and surrender. So this journey right now is for you to surrender to the when, to let go of all that fear that's rising up within you today and focus on joy. Focus on the delight of this day. How this day feels to you. Taste it, touch it, embrace it. And affirm, I sing my soul song with joy. So you may want to listen to some music today that uplifts your vibration. You may even hear messages in music today that keep your vibration high, that tell you what you already know, that they are in love with you, that they want a life with you, that they're making changes and doing this the honouring way to be with you. It says, reconnect with your true self. So if you're in fear and ego, it's not your true self. It's the part of you that distorts the truth. It's the darkness affecting the light within you. What do you feel, think or enjoy? So this is also about visualization, manifestation, that you can think about how you want things to be and feel that energy. Embrace it, delight in it, revel in it. What would bring more delight and happiness into your life? And you might think being with them would bring that in, or them showing you love, so visualize it. Spend time today thinking about how it feels when they tell you they're in love with you. How it feels when you tell your family and friends that you are together at last, finally. How it feels to spend time with them, make love to them, go out for a date with them or hold the hand walking down the street. How does it feel? That's what the angels want you to be focusing on. And then you move your energy into a higher vibration, and it moves you out of the feeling of lack of having it, and it moves you to the energy of knowing you do have it, being grateful for it now. And also what brings you delight and happiness in this moment. Focus on your dreams, your goals, the things you enjoy, the things that perk you up inside. It says break from your usual routines and give yourself permission to be quiet, to be in solitude and to heal. So embrace the silent times. Embrace this time for yourself to go within, to journal down your thoughts, to reconnect with source, to visualize. Time for yourself to just be at peace and to be calm. How nice it is to not have anything going on around you, to just be and to breathe and to feel. It says when you are ready, you'll burst into soul song once more. When you're ready, and that's about being ready for union at the right time, in divine timing, which is always God's timing, which is the perfect timing. It may not be your time and what you want, but it will be what you need. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we need. So have faith in that. It says the canary is a positive sign that new energies of light are coming to you. Happiness and expressiveness are awakening in your world. And I feel that's so they can express how you make them feel. That you make them feel happy and joyful. You put them into a feeling of delight when they're with you. They feel delighted by you. You will find and share your beautiful soul voice with the world. So I definitely feel this is about you speaking up and doing your mission as well. So for those of you maybe who are singers, you may be writing a new song. Or for those of you who share music or you're very musical or creative in that way, something could be inspired in you. For those of you who work with instruments or singing bowls or other things that create music for others, I feel you've been inspired to do something. For those of you who don't resonate with those things, I feel that you are guided to certain songs or lyrics in songs or certain melodies or music, and it uplifts your vibration. And it's also giving you signs from above that you are safe, that happiness is ahead. They are going to tell you how they feel because they do love you and they do respect you and they are taking the honouring path to you within 1 year. So the canary is bringing in good news within 1 year. And this doesn't mean in a year. For some of you, it will be that because it depends on what you're going through in your own journeys and how this journey is, unfolding like the lotus flower. However, it's within 1 year. So it could be tomorrow. It could be in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, or March. So you have to be okay with the when because it's coming within 1 year. Now, the energy for them today, and I really, when this is the card that I saw jumping out here, the Temperance card. When I saw this come through for them because it feels like they're saying to you, I'm going to fill up your cup. And they don't need to do that. You have to learn to fill up your own cup. They are filling up their own cup right now to be able to move forward and make a decision. So they know they have to make a decision. And that's what they're doing. But they're saying to you right now, please be patient with me while I make this decision. And the decision is not about you and someone else or you and something else. It's about them choosing themselves. Because when they choose themselves, they'll always end up with you because you are their one. And you are one. If they choose themselves, they're automatically choosing you. So don't think, oh, he's choosing her over me or him over me or that over me or this over me. It's not that. They haven't yet chose themselves because of their own fear. Remember, they're going through fear of change, fear of making big changes because change feels uncertain to them. And they've been stuck in comfort zones or doing certain things a certain way. So they're asking you to be patient while they make this decision. So a decision is coming. You may even feel that physically through tooth pain. If you've got tooth pain and it's severe, maybe even go to the dentist and they say there's nothing wrong with your teeth, but you've got tooth pain or gum pain or your gums are bleeding. It's all to do with a decision that's coming up. If you've got neck pain, it's because they are making the decision to change what they've always done. So they're changing that stiff thinking. So a stiff neck or feeling neck pain is a sign of the change taking place. So this is a huge sign of movement. Okay, so they are saying to you, please be patient with me as I choose myself, as I make the right choices and make the right decisions, not only for myself, but to be with you too. And they will fill up your cup or try to the best they can. We've got past life connection. They're well aware that they've known you before. And many of you have had long connections or you feel like you've known each other for years and years and years and lifetimes anyway, because you are eternal. But I feel this also them knowing that no matter how much time passes by, they can't stop loving you, that they're always thinking of you. So the big message here for you is to stand your ground, to know your worth, to remember that you are their one. Instead of being triggered or defensive or going into fear, thinking they've got to choose you over someone or something else when it's not that way at all. And they will stand their ground because they can't get you off their mind. They're wanting to do it the right way. So they know what they need to do. So for them, this is really powerful. We got the Phoenix and the Thunderbird. Wow. So the first thing I'm connected with the Thunderbird is clearing the air. Clearing the air. What does thunder do? It rumbles and it clears the air. This is a transition time for them. A time where they will initiate a victory in their life. So they are affirming, I take the journey with courage in my heart. So they're being given courage to be able to make the way forward for you, to transition, to transform, to clear the air, to rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Complete renewal, courage, release, affirmation. I surrender to my higher self to become what I am. So what I'm really feeling here is they are gaining the courage to be able to express themselves to you, to speak their truth, to deal with whatever they need to release, to be able to begin again, to rise up from the ashes. It says you were meant to take a journey. And what they're doing, they're just sitting around procrastinating. They're in fear of change. They're meant to take a journey. They've come here to take a journey, not to sit around pretending it's not happening. So if they're not stepping up, God's going to shake their tree. It may be an inner or outer journey, and you will have spiritual protection on your quest. So they are protected by angels. Their guides are around them. They're not doing this alone. Your current soul journey includes an experience of initiation. A challenge becomes a soul victory as you gain wisdom and an awareness of your courage, strength, and other inner resources. So they're going to start feeling so much stronger. And this is also a message for you to trust in that. They're asking you for patience to make this decision and make these changes. Well, you've got to trust in them. You've got to believe in them. You've got to be their biggest fan and their cheerleader instead of calling them names or judging them. It says a new chapter will begin for you, signalling the end of a time of struggle and the dawn of a more positive, successful chapter in your life. So all they've got to do is make that change, and they're going to be living a thriving, amazing, powerful, potent life. Open your heart and mind with optimism as a significant blessing and gift of grace has headed your way. And sometimes what they do is they focus on the negative, or they focus on their cup being half empty and instead of being full. So they're changing the way they're looking at things, rising up like this phoenix. So it says, let your ego and its attachment to control give way to a higher plan. So they're learning to overcome their ego and to let go of the control. You do not need to protect yourself from outgrowing your previous life and identity. So remember, it's not just about them being in a situation that's been part of their life and their identity for a long time. So it's not just about them changing their life by making a decision. It's changing everything about them and the way they're perceived by others. They give me a block and that creates a block. That's why there can be a block. It's now not time to hold on to the past, especially the way you've seen yourself or thought about the world and chosen to behave. You have the ability now to truly become a more fearless and vibrant version of yourself. And you have the courage within you to allow this to happen. So remember, this is their journey to take control, to let go of the trying to control the circumstances they're in and to allow the universe to take them in the direction they're meant to be taking it, which is towards you and their future. It says, you and your life are destined to go through a major transformation. So it's destiny that they experience this, that they become the phoenix. It may push your buttons at times, which means it triggers them, it tests them, it challenges them. But you are divinely protected by a higher loving energy, and you will come through the transition successfully. So if you trust them and have patience in them, they're not only going to make the decision, but they're going to transition to be with you successfully, which means it will last and last and last. Isn't that worth waiting for within 1 year? So the energy of the journey itself may feel like winter, it may feel cold, but there's a recovery going on. You may feel cold because you're not communicating, but there's a recovery happening. There's a healing happening. The universe is already creating the way. The tower is falling. So if you're thinking, why aren't they making a change? That tower is about to fall. They'll have no choice but to make that change. It's part of their destiny. Why? Because you've got the dragonfly for change. Again, change, rapid change, major change, 555. Old soul, insight, talent. Give me that block again. So don't worry about the timings. Don't worry about what you can do to help them. They've got to help themselves. You just focus on you, because that tower is falling. Fate and destiny are in charge of that. God is in charge. He's pruning their tree. He's shedding the skin. So affirmation, a higher truth guides me to live with freedom and grace. So they're being guided to live in a higher way with freedom and grace. They are an old soul. They're recognizing that. They're getting their own insight through their own intuition. They're realizing how talented they actually are. It says, give yourself time to grow into your purpose. The later phases in your life will feel more graceful and empowered than the earlier, more frustrating phases of your life. So in other words, it's worth it. It's worth it because you grow as a soul, you become evolved, you transform. And the chapter you're heading to is going to be so blissful, and you're going to appreciate so much than what you've been through. It says over time you can develop your abilities and become a standout talent in your field. So I feel this is definitely talking about mission and purpose and the reason you've come and why you go through all the things that you go through. It says be patient, and that's what they're asking you for, and apply yourself, because in the course, in divine course, in due course, outstanding skillfulness will come from your efforts. So in other words, everything you're going through now will benefit you later. Rely on your higher self and your angels, and trust your inner vision, even when it differs from your usual way of approaching life. So you must trust the vision you have and what you feel in your heart and what you know to be true, not what's perceived in the physical reality around you or on social media or what other people are saying. Give yourself permission to change direction whenever is needed. Whenever is needed. So the masculines right now are realizing, I'm going to give myself permission to be happy and choose myself and change direction, live life my way with my divine feminine. And you have to give yourself permission to allow this journey to unfold naturally, to be okay with the timing, and to let go of fear and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. So give yourself permission to change direction whenever is needed, so you can stay true to your life path. And that's how you stay true to your life path. So you may see dragonflies today, or 555, huge sign of rapid change. If you see a phoenix rising, or you see any thunder, okay, so I don't know where a thunderbird is really, but if you see thunder and lightning and storms, huge sign of rising up from the ashes. And for you, if you see a canary, that's a sign of good news on the way. So if you suddenly see a yellow canary, or even a yellow bird, or even a yellow flower, because yellow is about hope, from the solar plexus, have faith in that. Because within 1 year, you're going to be in union. So by this time next year, if everything goes to this divine plan, you'll be together. But you have to remember this, we've all got free will. So if you stress out and worry and overthink and cause problems, you're going to push the timeline out further. Because your timeline is not necessarily between, by March, it could be July. It could be October, it could be November. So you've just got to be okay with the when. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.